Hello, this is Pastor Scott Cruz with The Deeper Rock. Thanks for checking it out. We're talking about evangelism this week. And today we are taking a look at what this might look like in the church. What might this look like in the church? You know, if you go to a church and you walk in there and nobody says hello to you, you probably aren't going to go back there again. Some time ago I put on Facebook, I said, what would you be looking for in a new church? Because we're planning a church. And overwhelmingly people said, are the people nice? Are they going to talk to me? Do they greet me? And I saw something beautiful the other day. A few weeks ago, someone walked in who didn't know anybody in church. She had heard about us from another place, and she didn't know anybody. And she walks in all by herself, and then somebody in our church, Noreen, walked up to her and talked to her and said, hey, would you sit with me? And she sat with this lady, and she loved on her. That's how it's done. You know, in church, and we're a young church, and maybe this doesn't happen as much in a smaller, new church, but as we mature, we are gonna have this battle as well. Your tendency is always going to be to come in, you shake hands with the same 4 people you shook hands with last week, you sit in the same seat that you sat in the last 10 weeks, and you do church and you leave and you don't talk to anybody new. And as a church grows, now we're not there yet because we're pretty small, but as a church grows, it gets easier and easier. You don't know everybody anymore, and so you just kind of don't reach out into new people. At The Rock, if we fail to leave our social circles, and if we fail to engage people and greet them and love them when they come in there, why in the world should God send anybody to our church for healing, whether it be relational or spiritual or anything? I want to be a church, and I implore you to be a people that God can trust us with His most precious thing, and that is people. So that when somebody comes to The Rock, that God can trust us, that we're going to go up to them, we're going to leave our social circle, we're going to leave our circle of friends, and reach out to somebody who isn't a part of things yet, who maybe is away from God, maybe needs to see Jesus with skin on. And if we fail to do that, why even have church? If we fail to love people that walk in the door, why even bother with the music or the preaching? None of it will be worth anything. Because I'll tell you what, nobody's going to come and be a part of The Rock because the music is good. I hope the music's good. We work hard to make the music good. No one's going to come and stay at The Rock because they like the preaching or the preacher. It's just not going to happen. People are going to come and become a part of The Rock because they feel connected. And they feel loved by people and by God. And we are God's representatives. When somebody comes into this place, especially if they're a pre-Christian, especially if they don't know God, and they come to our church, and we don't love them, and we don't engage them, we don't greet them, we don't talk to them, we don't deserve God to bless us. We might as well just hang up our hat and go do something else. I implore you that when you go to church, whether it's The Rock or some other church, don't be satisfied only to greet the same 4 people that you did last week. But leave your circle, walk out, and begin to experience what it really is to be a Christian, to love somebody in Christ's name, and to draw them in. See, Jesus left the 99 for the 1. And the most important person in the room is always going to be the person who's the furthest away from God. That's who's on your Christ's mind. That's who's on your God's mind, is the one who's the furthest away from Him. He wants Him so bad, and we are His tools to do that. We are the vehicles by which we can deliver the love of God to these people. So I want to encourage you, wherever you go, and especially when you walk into church, if they come in, everything can be perfect. It can be the best sermon ever. It can be the best music ever. Which it never will be at our church, but it can be, all of that can be good. And if we fail to love people, we've completely failed. Now, the opposite is also true. You can do a lot of stuff wrong, bless God, and do a good job of loving people, and you can be successful. We can represent our God well. So let's be that kind of people. Let's leave our social circle and engage people the way Jesus did. May the Lord richly bless you, and I hope to see you in church on Sunday.